Hi, this is Jennifer with Echo Asylum Radio. I am here with Ryan Patrick and Corky Gainsford from Otherwise.
With special guest Amber sitting in.
Guys, thanks for sitting down and talking with us today. Basically, first question right off the bat, how has this tour differed from, your headlining tour now that you guys have been on tour for, God, forever it seems?
Forever and ever, yes.
Yeah. We took all last year off to write and record our album, Peace at All Costs, and this has been a great way to start off our album cycle. Touring with 10 years, the shows have been awesome and the crowds have been really receptive.
What's been funny too is like a lot of these have been all ages shows, which we haven't gotten to play often, especially in like small club settings. So it's like we're going through a circuit of clubs that we've done a few times before, but like just has brought a cool new vibe to it, especially with the new thematic elements of that song and everything. It's been bringing everything around full circle for us. So it's been a good run.
That's great. I mean, I myself have just, progressively how you guys have, blossomed into what you now, and it's been really awesome to watch. I've seen you 7 times, so.
All right.
But if you could pick like one moment or one venue or one specific festival or whatever really sat out in your mind from this tour, like a special moment, whatever it may be, like what would that be?
This tour, I think just the nature of us actually getting to this tour in time and all in one piece, it really symbolizes what Otherwise is, and like the triumph that we always like create from our like relentlessness. We were supposed to leave on a Sunday in this specific, very nice luxury vehicle. No, I'm lying. It was a piece of crap clunker, and we literally are like, okay, we're going on tour. We got a 36-hour drive to St. Louis from Vegas. 10 minutes into driving, the vehicle catches on fire. And
we literally didn't even make it to the freeway.
Yeah, we didn't even get to the freeway.
Yeah.
So it's a Sunday night, and it's like to find a vehicle in that amount of time, just to figure everything out and make sure that we don't miss the first date of this tour. It was like, oh my gosh. Like, and by no means is this a great experience. We've had some amazing shows, amazing interaction, radio play, but it was just like a really special moment to show like, hey, well, we're coming in strong and we're not going to miss any shows and we're going to go hard. And that's really what we've always done since we've got on the scene.
Yes.
Yeah, we ended up splitting us up into 3 different groups. A couple of guys flew straight into St. Louis. Adrian and Ryan flew into Indianapolis to pick up the other bus that we could rent. And then me and 2 of our crew guys rented a U-Haul, grabbed the trailer, and started the drive at 9 a.m. on Monday morning, like after figuring that all out Sunday night, and drove from 9 a.m. Monday morning up until right when doors opened in St. Louis is when we rolled in with our trailer, started unloading our gear, and got to stage right on time to make the show. So a typical Otherwise story, really.
How is this like the experience of obviously, touring as, as a supporting act versus your headlining tour, which, I thought, I didn't get a chance to catch it, but, how is it differ for you for an experience with the headlining tour versus, all these other tours that you guys have been on? I mean, how is that experience in itself for you guys?
Well, it's really good for us to do the headlining runs, though they may not be as big in some markets. It's great for us to be able to, play our entire catalog or really like show the diversity of our, camaraderie as a band, our musicianship. I think we do enjoy. I mean, when we started last year in September, that was a great run. We did like a small club date headlining tour that actually went really well, and yeah, but we're kind of at this place right now where we like the co-headlining and the support spots because it just brings us to new fans and more people.
Yeah, it's always. I mean, the headlining runs are basically a lot of repeat customers typically, so we'll see a lot of familiar faces there. But like the support runs are where you end up meeting a lot of first timers, newbies that like, oh, I've heard about you guys, but never been able to catch you, and they all kind of like special guest Amber here at this radio interview who has never seen us live before is now sitting in on the interview, but I mean, as musicians, the hardest part with the support slot, especially being in the middle of the bill, is you really don't get sound checks, you don't get times to rehearse on stage, that kind of thing. So you get limited a little bit on how you can prep for the shows, and really like the time that we walk on stage and play the show is the only time we're in front of our instruments all day. Whereas obviously when you're headlining, we get longer sound checks, we can rehearse stuff more, and you know, you're able to play longer sets in general. So there's certain restrictions for sure when you're opening, but both both types of shows have their own pluses to them.
Yeah.
Now, and I know like everybody wants to know like how did the arrival of Adrian's son, how did that, like when you guys just first starting off your headlining tour, like how crazy of an experience was that for you guys with, you know, him kind of feeling like, you know, every day waiting for the baby, like how did that play into your experience, you know, with your first, you know, few weeks on the tour?
Yeah, I mean, we I guess he had mentioned to our booking agent, like, hey, I'm gonna be having a kid around this time, like hopefully it'll work out. And once again, synchronistically, with the synergy of it, we played a show at Webster Hall in New York City on that Monday night, I believe, and then we jumped on a bus. My brother and I were like, okay, we got to take a few days off because he might be born like within the next couple days.
Y'all want all that for here? You want me to put it in to-go boxes?
To-go, please.
This the chef from Rupert's Bowling Alley just walked up asking how we wanted our food delivered this evening. The fine chicken wings and French fries will be delivered to our bus in a few short minutes. And anyway, as Ryan was talking about Adrian's baby,
Back to the story of my nephew being born. We jumped on this bus 6 hours to upstate New York, and you know, that morning we got there, his girl picked us up from the train stop or bus stop, and you know, 2 hours later she was going into labor. It was pretty freaking awesome, pretty wild, and we just had just enough time to take like 2 days off, and then we had to jump on a plane to Michigan to play an arena show with Korn. So it's just like, once again, there's always this crazy like synergy between like us having to battle everything, but everything ended up working out like how it should, and us never missing a show.
Now I know Corky that you do have children as well. And I know you could probably, you know, relate with, you know, Adrian can relate with you and vice versa. Like how is that, you know, being away from your family and away from your kids? Like how have you like seen that with Adrian, like how he's experiencing this, you know, being on the road and, you know, having, you know, Katie and the baby and, you know, somewhere else?
usually if Adrian's doing baby talk, it's because he was really drunk the night before and is still kind of drunk the next morning, but now he's actually FaceTiming his kid. So there's a difference. No,
The difference in the jumble.
yeah, exactly. No, it's all good. I mean, my kids are like 5 and almost 8 now, so there's definitely a difference in age range. I told him it'd be one of the hardest things that happen, just like being on the road away from the kids. Like with me, when I FaceTime them and everything, they look, you know, so big on the cell phone screen, and then you get home and you realize, oh, this girl's actually only like 3 feet tall. It's this little, you know, midget thing running around. So, you know, it's fun. It's different in that they always change. Obviously, before you end up coming home after weeks or months, that kind of thing. But we do the best we can to stay in touch with them, and you know, for me, like when I am around my kids back home, I take special care to make sure I'm saying and doing the right things and being a good example, because you know, I'm not like a normal dad where I'm there all the time. I only get little chunks of time to be with the kids, so I know that the time I have with them is ultra important.
Yeah, definitely. Just kind of switching gears a little bit. This year was your first year on Shiprocked. How was that experience for you guys, being on this, you know, mega ship with all of these amazing bands and sharing in that experience? How was that experience for you guys?
Well, it was a long time coming. You know, we actually back in 2010, we were, as an unsigned act, we jumped on the nationwide competition to be on Shiprocked, and we took second place in the entire country.
And who remembers second place?
Nobody. Well, I guess they did though, because like you know, it built up. You know, 5 years later, we got a nice paycheck, and we got to take our girls on vacation, and like the whole band. It was a great way to start off the year, and yeah, just I mean, it was freaking awesome to be on the boat, and we had some great performances, and I feel really confident that we'll be back next year.
That'd be awesome. Definitely.
Ditto what he said.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like we gave 110%.
You gave 100. I think we did pretty good.
I think we did pretty good.
And we put a lot of effort in, and it was good.
You know, we worked hard and played hard, and I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
So are you guys dropping a little hint that maybe, you know, there's something you know that we don't know? Or do you guys know if you know, are in?
No.
in
I
it to
just,
play again?
you know, I think that we proved that, you know, we bring people and they want to be there. And that we have our fans on Shiprock already, and we made a lot of new fans from Shiprock that are coming to these shows now. I'm like, we saw you guys on Shiprock. You're so good. And there's like, I guess there's a poll or something going around that's voting for like the best acts, and I guess we're doing pretty good on that.
That's good. That's awesome.
Yeah, the last 2 years previous, we actually had offers to go, and from scheduling reasons and studio reasons and whatnot, couldn't go. So for all the people that go to Shiprock regularly, it was like the third year. It was like, finally, you guys are able to come this year.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was cool for us and them, I believe. So fun run.
Such a killer time.
I bet it is. I've yet to go on a Shiprock, but I'm hoping to go next year. And hopefully you
You
guys
have
will be
been
there.
blowing it.
I
by not
know.
going.
Like the 1 year, like I didn't, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go this year, and Otherwise and Gemini Syndrome, my two favorite bands, are playing, and I didn't go.
Yeah.
What's in store for you guys for the rest of this year? I know it's early in the year yet still, but what is in store for you guys?
Well, we've got this single campaign for Coming for the Throne, and we've got a tour. We have some other tours coming up. We'll take a couple weeks off in April, but we just want to hit all the markets and get to all our fans, and you know, sing this new song. And we got the new bass player Tony Carbonet, and he's a beast. So we've got this new like energy to our live show a bit, and hopefully we can get across the pond.
Yeah. See, now, as far as the fans are concerned, have they been very receptive to him?
Yeah. It's been a seamless transition for us internally, and our fans have really embraced him as well. And he's like, man, I have so many friend requests on Facebook now. Like, those are the wise ones. They're coming after you now, man.
Right. Faithful wise ones, always. Just also, I have a strange question to ask you guys, and this is
Boxer briefs.
Neither.
Not that strange. Or like, do you prefer grape or strawberry jelly? Nothing like that. This is my first radio interview, so I am truly honored to have you guys to be my first radio interview. But future interviews going from this point with other acts, what question that you would ask of any artist under the sun?
I'd love to talk to the guys in Incubus, and find where, their writing process and how they work together and where their inspirations come from and stuff. I think that'd be really interesting because they're one of my favorite bands, and I have a lot of respect for them as musicians and songwriters.
That's great. That's great. If you could put together your dream tour, otherwise tour, with any bands out there right now, who would it be?
This is living and currently touring.
Living, currently touring, gone, forgotten.
Otherwise, opening for Incubus and the Foo Fighters.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
Yes, but I'd like to throw
Faith No More.
Faith No More would be great. That would be killer. And can we throw Mariachi El Bronx on the front of the bill? That would be sweet.
That would be quite the interesting lineup, for sure, for sure. Now, you guys aren't on any of the festivals this year. Is this just a different direction that you're going, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll probably be on them next year, but I know that it was like, we're touring, and it's the way that they're working with their festivals is they don't want too many like repeat artists, and I'm sure next year we'll be on some of them. We actually do have some coming up, but
they just announced Rockfest today, right?
We're
The Kansas City one.
Kansas City Rock Fest, and we're really excited because we've never done that before.
Oh, great!
So we're actually hitting a couple festivals that we've never played, which is really exciting.
That's great.
And we look forward to all the other ones next year.
Yes, definitely. We'd love to get you here for Rockville for sure.
Yeah.
That Rockville is quite the experience.
Yes, indeed.
But guys, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to chit chat with us, and we definitely look forward to seeing what you guys have in store for us here in the future. So.
Let's go bowling, dude.
Have it, dude. Let's go bowling. Over the line!
Thanks, guys, so much. I really appreciate it.